All right, looking at the guided practice, Erica jumped off a cliff in the ocean of Acapulco while vacationing with some friends. Her height can be modeled by the function, so it's negative 16t squared plus 16t plus 96. So remember, this negative 16 in front, that was our acceleration due to gravity, is always negative because gravity is always going down. This is our initial velocity. So because our initial velocity is positive, that means she's jumping up with an initial velocity of 16. And the 96 is her starting height. So the cliff is 96 feet off the ground. So if we go down and start answering these questions, what is her initial velocity? So because the middle term is plus 16, it's going to be 16 feet per second. And is it up or down? Because it's positive, she's going to be jumping up. What is her starting height? So remember, that's the C value. So that's the 96 at the end. So it's going to be 96 feet. Calculate the time to reach the max height. So that's negative b over 2a. So in standard form, we have A, B, C. So negative b is going to get us negative 16. So negative b over 2a. So then 2 times our a value, which is negative 16. Before we throw this in the calculator, we're going to simplify the bottom. Negative 16 on top, negative 32 on the bottom. And we can divide these. And we get 0.5. So it's going to take us 0.5 seconds. That's weird. To reach the max height. So now this is just like when we were finding the max profit. To find the max profit, we first had to find the price, and then we plugged it in to find the actual profit or revenue. With this one, we're going to do the same thing. We're going to take the 0.5, find the time it takes to get to the max, then we're going to plug in the 0.5 into the equation. So let's take this. Remember, this HT out here is just scientific, or not, just function notation. So this is going to be the same thing as just saying y. Y equals all of this. Let me plug in our half second. 5. Let's see if we can copy and paste this into our. We can. Cool. So when we plug it in, we get 100. So that means her max height is 100 feet. Now, what is our height after 2 seconds? Same idea. If we wanted to find out what the price was, or what the max revenue was at a certain price, we would plug in the price, calculate whatever the revenue was at that point. To find the height, we're going to do the same thing. So we take this, instead of putting 0.5, we plug in 2 seconds, we get 64. So after 2 seconds, she's going to be 64 feet. This makes sense because she started at 96, jumped off. It's going to go down until she hits the water. So after 2 seconds, she's going to be at a lower height than she was at the beginning.